And we are back here at the ENDERUN College's gym here in Taguig City for the second game of this Sunday doubleheader. I'm Coach Chris King de la Cruz, bringing you the live action for the PINOYLIGA Collegiate Cup Season 3, and I'm joined at the panel by Coach Russell Ripon. Coach, good afternoon.
Afternoon, Coach Chris. How are you doing?
I'm good, and we're in for a blockbuster for today, and our game at hand is between the Our Lady of Fatima Phoenix against the UP Fighting Maroons. And let's take a look at the participating teams in the bracket, which these two teams belong. Group H, UP and Fatima, joined by UE Warriors, Delmont College, Adamson Soaring Falcons, Perpetual Help, Altas, San Pedro Red Lions, San Sebastian Stags, and Colegio de San Juan de Letran. And at this point in time, let us explain to our viewers our tournament format for this tournament.
Well, over the next 3 months, we'll be seeing some great games. We have two brackets of 9 teams each. The top 2 teams in each bracket will advance to the quarterfinals, and they'll have a twice-to-beat advantage. Teams finishing in positions 3 through 6 will engage each other in a crossover play-in tournament. The 3 lowest ranked teams are eliminated from competition. Again, the great thing about this is that after our 3 months of play, the semifinal and final are both knockout games. So win or go home.
Quick race to the top here for this tournament of the PINOYLIGA Collegiate Cup. And let's take a look at the last ball game of the Our Lady of Fatima University Phoenix. They played last April 7. They won against the University of Perpetual Help Altas 75-72. That went to overtime, Coach.
Well, you look at the numbers here, and you look at Kobe Davis and Kevin Loyola carrying the scoring load for the Phoenix. They also were effective from in terms of distributing the ball and creating turnovers and steals that helped them out in terms of getting them to the overtime win.
Will they be up to the task as they will go against the UP Fighting Maroons? On the other hand, the Fighting Maroons won yesterday against the San Sebastian Stags 92-69. What happened to that game, Coach Russell?
Well, you look at a situation where it's an embarrassment of riches for UP in terms of being able to field different lineups every game and getting these guys plenty of opportunities to play. You had in this past game yesterday, Torculas and Lopez being able to star in their roles and provide the scoring advantage they needed to, for that large margin of win versus San Sebastian. And now it'll be a new group of players today, and it'll be their turn to show out.
UP having the luxury of the deep lineup, and we have a surprise for you. We have the college debut of the high school sensation Andy Gemao today at the PINOYLIGA Collegiate Cup. And can Andy help UP go to a 3-0 record here? We'll find out as we start the ball game. Let's turn over this coverage to our venue announcer Alvin Tanyada for the player call-ups and the starting 5.
The situation here in the city today, and our social media page, PINOYLIGA Cup, and YouTube channel PINOYLIGA TV, and broadcast over our new channel 23, Kumbesara Channel. This is your PINOYLIGA Cup Season 3. Our second game for today's doubleheader will feature the Our Lady of Fatima Phoenix going up against the UP Fighting Maroons. Last 14 number 10 is first for the Our Lady of Fatima Phoenix. Start off with player number 0, Andre Romero. Player number 2 is Shamson. Player number 3, Miguel Machetes. Player number 4, Gas Latena. Player number 5, Edward May. Player number 6, Steve McCullough. Player number 8, Jan Salazar. Player number 9, Kobe Davis. Player number Starting over player number 0, Angelo Reynolds. Player number 11, Chico Rios. Player number 13, Mark Benamonte. Player number 16, Ray Reynolds. Player number 18, Al Alonso. Player number 20, Jessica Anasilda. Player number 30, Miguel Jimenez. Player number 30, Sean Walter. Player number 55, Gary Stevens. And player number 71, Andy Hima. And now let's see the starters. First, for the Orlando Phoenix. Full guard number 91, Charles de la Cruz. Shooting guard number 19, Angelo Gomez. Center number 14, Maroon Torres. Small forward number 11, Kevin Loyola. And power forward number 9, Kobe Davis. Coaching the team, Ralph Rivera. And now let's see the starters for the UP Fighting Maroons. Point guard number 20, Jessica Anasilda. Shooting guard number 18, Harold Alapel. Center number 55, Gary Stevens. Small forward number 11, Chico Rios. And power forward number 13, Mark Benamonte. Coaching by the Maroons is solely one possession. The referees for the Toronto Cruz Alan. First umpire, Van Bello. And second umpire, Chris Pacheco. This game is under the supervision of the PINOYLIGA Commissioner, Mr. Logan, PINOYLIGA Physical Head, Mr. Ian Warder, and PINOYLIGA Congress First Lady. This is the PINOYLIGA Season 3, number 1.
And we're underway here for our second game, Our Lady of Fatima against UP. Our Lady of Fatima going with Charles de la Cruz, Denzel Gomez, Kevin Loyola, Kobe Davis, and Mamadou Tour, while UP goes with Janjan Felicilda, Harold Alarcon, Chico Briones, Mark Belmonte, and Gani Stevens. Harold Alarcon breaking the ice for UP. 2-0 now for the Fighting Maroons.
That fast break looks like in mid-season form. Being able to push the floor and great pocket pass for a layup.
De La Cruz shortened that jumper. UP now off and running. Felicilda gives it to Belmonte. Cut in the middle by Briones. Is good for a 4-0 start for the UP Fighting Maroons. 9 minutes remaining here in the first quarter.
You gotta love this crowd, Coach Chris. UP travels like University of Kentucky back in the States. They always bring a crowd with them wherever they play.
Seems like the crowd is in it here in the Enderun College's gym for UP. Mark Belmonte against Kobe Davis. Turnaround one-hander, not good. Fatima now off and running. De La Cruz. Crossover move, no good. Loses the handle. UP now starting their attack. Mark Belmonte lines up for a 3. Too strong on that try. Fatima now with the possession. 8 minutes, 7 seconds remaining. Short jumper. No good for Mamadou Tour. Felicilda uses Asgani Stevens screen. Belmonte, second three-point try. Still same result. Fatima now.
I think Belmonte has the ultimate green light, Coach. He shot the ball every time he's touched it.
Good give and go play. Kobe Davis to Charles De La Cruz inside to make it 5-4 for Fatima. Fatima regaining possession. Kobe Davis, corner. Waits for his teammates. Tour.
Nice patience, coach, on the part of Fatima. And they got a great shot off the ball screen and dive.
Mamadou Toure showing patience there on that give and go inside to make it 7-4 for Our Lady of Fatima University. Gani Stevens. Felisilda. 10 seconds to operate. 5 seconds to shoot. Belmonte. Elbow. 3 straight misses for Mark Belmonte. But as you have said, Coach Russell, he has the green light to take those shots.
I think the coaching staff is encouraging him to be confident and shoot those open looks when he has them. You look at what UP is doing in offense. They were in a drag screen offense, and now they were in a flex, and they're best when they can get out and run.
Mark Belmonte, big man who can run the floor, finishing off that fast break to make it 6-7 still. Fatima Phoenix leading here. 10 seconds to operate for Fatima. Gomez, 3-point shot, no good. Kobe Davis, second chance opportunity. Toure, no basket. There will be a foul. Gani Stevens with a foul. First team foul for the UP Fighting Maroons. You have said anywhere UP goes, the crowd goes, Coach Russell.
Yeah, you know, that's a fun thing about college basketball is you can have situations like that where a fan base can really get fall in love with the team and support them with their presence in the gym.
Mark Belmonte, back-to-back baskets to the delight of the UP crowd here at the Enderun College's gym. They take the lead 8-7. 5 minutes, 35 seconds remaining in the first. Kobe Davis, quick pass, telegraphed by Gani Stevens. Briones against De La Cruz, crosses over. But Kobe Davis was there to butter it. De La Cruz thinking 3, that will be short. Ball again at the hands of UP.
Well, you know, I think in that situation, you probably could have gotten that shot anytime you wanted in the shot clock. Probably better to be patient like they have been and try to manufacture a better offensive possession.
Mark Belmonte fumbled at that possession. It tests his metal against Mamadou Toure. Kicks it out to Chico Briones, too strong from way beyond. Ball possession now back at the hands of Our Lady of Fatima Colleges. De La Cruz back to Kobe Davis. De La Cruz against a taller Chico Briones. Davis inside. He will be fouled by Mark Belmonte. 4 minutes, 26 seconds remaining, and here is Andy Gemau checking in for his first college game only here at the PINOYLIGA Collegiate Cup Season 3. What can Andy Gemau bring into this UP, well-stacked UP club?
And Andy has a wealth of experience at the international level. He's played high-level games. You know, he's athletic. He's very sharp, smart, and he can make a variety of different shots. So anytime you have a player on the floor that can create his own shot, the better your team's going to be offensively.
Chico Briones back to Gani Stevens. Andy Gemau makes his move. Takes the mid-range jumper. No good on this first try. There will be a foul on that sequence. 4 minutes and change remaining here in the first quarter. Platoon substitution here for Coach Goldwyn Monteverde. Iniguez Rivero in together with Sean Alter and Noy Remogat.
It looks like Andy's fitting right in, doing a good job of communicating with his teammates. Looks like he knows what they're trying to do offensively and is trying to help his team execute.
Seems that he has been there practicing and being immersed in the system of Coach Gold. Sean Alter fumbled temporarily. Remogat stepped back, but he will travel on that move. Ball game tied at 8-all. 3 minutes 46 seconds remaining in the first.
You know, I like the addition of Remogat. I feel like he is a point guard first in terms of being able to establish a rhythm for his team on offense. You know, at this point, it's an 8-8 game. UP hasn't really been as successful in the half-court offense, so maybe with Ray and Andy together on the floor, we'll see some more ball movement and better shot selection.
It will be exciting to watch these two backcourt stars as play continues here. Gomez too strong at that pass to Kobe Davis. Labayen too aggressive on the defensive end against Noy Remogat there. There will be a timeout called by Coach Gold with Monteverde. Ball game side, that's 8-all. We'll be back after this timeout.
Here's a warm hello from Eastern Communications. We're here to present a refreshing point of view that when it comes to delivering business communication solutions, it's time to bring back the human connection because it's just as important as the technology. Eastern Communications is business made personal. It means getting intimate with our clients' needs so we can provide thoughtful solutions to help them achieve their goals. That's why we are madaling kausap, may malasakit. We are maalam at maaasahan. We are Eastern Communications.
We are back here, first quarter action. We're all tied up at 8 apiece. 3 minutes, 6 seconds remaining.
You know, we're in a situation now where Remogat is clearly in charge of this offense. Let's see if he can settle his team down and get some good half-court action set up and get some quality shots.
Ray Remogat now uses his left. But there will be an offensive foul. Second personal foul for Ray Remogat early in this ball game. 2 minutes 47 seconds remaining. 14 fouls now for UP. Labayen. He's a star in the National Basketball League. Gomez spins. Takes the shot. No good, but Ture was there to take that offensive rebound, but he will be called for a foul, pushing off his defender.
I like the fact that Fatima has not shrunk from the challenge of really trying to apply pressure defensively on this UP Fighting Maroons team. And, they are fighting tooth and nail for every inch of space on the floor. So it means we can have an exciting game all the way up until the final buzzer.
Jello Rivero now gives it to Inigas, then to Remogat. Remogat fires from way beyond. No good. Gomez snatches the board for the Phoenix. Gomez would want to find Ture, but pass too high for Kobe Davis at the corner.
Well, I had a player in high school named Brooke Lopez who who loves now with the Bucks to be in that corner. I think Brooke might have been able to catch that pass. Anybody else would have been a hard, maybe even Wemby. Other than that, that would have been a hard pass to catch for anybody.
Gomez thought it was Anthony Davis, but it was Kobe Davis.
Yeah,
there.
probably, yes. I like that. I like that.
Ball possession Back now at the hands of Our Lady of Fatima University. Still 8-all is our count. 1 minute, 40 seconds remaining in the first. Kobe Davis, good steal there by Ture. Gives it up. Ture fouled here inside. There will be an unsportsmanlike foul. Let's wait for our officials.
Nice offensive action there to get the ball inside on the dump down. Again, patience wins the day in that offensive possession.
Which is why UP was frustrated there and was forced to commit that unsportsmanlike foul. Let's wait for the ruling of our officials in that particular sequence. Who will be called for that unsportsmanlike foul? Probably it will be against Jello Rivero, but let's see. It's confirmed, unsportsmanlike foul against Jello Rivero. Good steal there inside by Mamadou Ture. There's nothing UP can do if Ture can really impose his presence inside.
Well, he's a matchup issue for any team that Fatima plays against, even with the size that UP can bring to a game. Interestingly enough, we've gone several minutes without any points being scored, so we can probably make a safe assumption that this is a defensive battle where defense is winning the day at this point.
2 free throws for Ture. Makes good on that first attempt. 14 seconds for Fatima to work with. Labayen. Kobe Davis from way beyond that will be too short for him. UP now attacking. Sean Alter inside, spinning against Ture. Left hand shot, it's no good. Kobe Davis protecting the ball. And possession will go back to the hands of Our Lady of Fatima University.
It's a mad scramble for the ball there, Coach. You got to love the urgency that both teams are playing with, understanding that every possession is important.
I like the energy being brought in here by Our Lady of Fatima, fighting toe-to-toe against this well-stacked UP squad. Romero, no good on that tree. Fatima back on defense. Remo got hesitation, but Sean Alter with a follow-up slammer jammer to make it 10-9 for UP.
Gotta love the follow-up by Alter. Never gave up on the ball on the play and was there for his teammate for the putback dunk.
Labayen cross court now for Fatima. Ture, his own slammer jammer, and the end one play.
You gotta love how Our Lady of Fatima has responded with their own interior action and one dunk by Ture.
Gotta love the action here by the players from UP and Our Lady of Fatima in the PINOYLIGA Collegiate Cup Season 3. Labayen, 20 seconds to go in the first. Gives it to Ture inside, alone with the reverse layup. Our Lady of Fatima up by 3. 7 seconds to go. Andy Gamao being bothered. Ture. And he will run out time to finish the first quarter. 13-10. Our Lady of Fatima up. It has been an exciting first quarter for this second game. We will be back for the second quarter.
Here's a warm hello.
We're back in action here at the ENDERUN College's gym. Full pack attendance today. Majority of our visitors today are UP fans. They trail Our Lady of Fatima University by 3 points at the end of the first quarter, 13-10. This Fatima squad bringing the fight here early on, Coach Russell.
You know, you look at a opportunity this presents for Our Lady of Fatima, PINOYLIGA. You know, it's an opportunity to play against all different types of teams, and you get to see these great matchups of teams that maybe fly under the radar and teams that have an established record and tradition of success.
Yes, Coach, and this is what we bring here in the PINOYLIGA Collegiate Cup, a mix of all the collegiate teams around the country playing against each other. Teams from the ASCU, UAAP, NCAA. It's a level playing field here for everyone.
It just goes to show you that good basketball, good coaching is happening all over the country. It's not just limited to you know, the UAP or the NCAA. You have players that can play at all levels. Quality basketball players, quality basketball being played at all levels, you know, throughout the Philippines. So this is why PINOYLIGA is such a breakthrough league, because it can provide an opportunity for the country to see these different teams play each other.
That's the difference that we make here. The vision of our founder, Sir Benny Benitez, who celebrates his birthday. Happy birthday, Sir Benny. And thank
Happy
you
birthday,
very
my
much
man.
for having this concept of PINOYLIGA, where we have top collegiate teams around the country playing against each other. And clarification here for Fatima, as one player for them was not allowed to play because of uniform issues.
Gotta follow the rules, Coach.
Their house rules that you should be in our complete uniform.
That's right.
Andy Gamao sidesteps and gets his first point in his collegiate debut here, the PINOYLIGA Cup.
That's the kind of special ability that Annie can bring to the floor and to the Fighting Maroons. He can really get any shot he wants. He's a shot creator and a shot maker.
Labayan, nowhere to be found there in that pass. Remogat sidesteps, but he will be fouled here. 13-12 is our count. Still, Our Lady of Fatima University leading the UP Maroons. 9 minutes, 15 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Our utility staff making sure that our floor is safe to be played in. Thank you very much for ENDERUN Colleges for this venue. Our partner venue. Mark Belmonte set to come back in. Yiges, back to Remogat, driving strong. Spinning, fade away, no go. Labayan, forward pass for Fatima. Back to Labayan, surveys the floor. 8 minutes, 52 seconds remaining, 10 seconds to go. Kobe Davis lines up for a three, too strong. Noy Remogat orchestrating the offense now for the Fighting Maroons. 8 minutes, 35 seconds to go in the second. Andy Gamao gives it to Noy Remogat. Sean Alzer's offensive rebound, and he will score in a cleanup job. 8 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the second.
I like the fact that Gamao hasn't really forced the action. He's taken what the defense has been giving him and has been effective.
Andy Gamao, circle shot. No good. He will be fouled upstairs and will trip the line for 2 free throws.
best offenses of really, really good and active defense allows you to get extra possessions and get out in transition. Situation where you're one-on-one, I think you got to give the advantage to Andy 10 times out of 10.
Good recognition there by Andy Gemao after that defensive mishap or for Fatima. Running on the break, tries to finish off the break, but he was fouled upstairs. 2 out of 2 for Andy Gemao to make it a 3-point game. UP up now 16-13. 8 minutes and 5 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Labayen orchestrating for Fatima. Texon back to Kobe Davis. Fakes the handoff. Gives it to Labayen, who lines up for 3. Too short on that attempt. UP off and running. Pilisilda to Gani Stevens.
You gotta love the fact that UP has just really turned up their defensive pressure a notch, and they're devastating in the break when they can get it.
Mamadou Toure answers back for Fatima to make it a 3-point game. 18-15 UP. Chico Briones inside pass to Mark Belmonte was intercepted. Labayen.
Fatima sniffed that out right away. I knew there was a back cut coming.
Toure, mid-range jumper is good. Second score from the outside. He has a good touch from the field coach.
Yeah, you know, I think part of it too is the fact that UP has to choose their poison. Are they going to pressure up on that shot and let Toure drive, or are they just going to give him that mid-range jumper? Sometimes you got to pick your battles.
Mid-range shot, no good there for UP, but Chico Briones butters that pass to regain possession. And there will be a foul against Fatima. That's Andre Romero. First personal foul. 4th-team foul now for Fatima, while UP has yet to commit a foul here in the second quarter.
Defending without fouling, I'll keep on repeating it. It's such a crucial part of the game. It becomes so easy, especially with all the rules that favor the offense, for a defender to be overzealous and over physical with how they defend. But UP has found that right balance to allow them to put pressure but not foul.
Gani Stevens, on the other hand, bulldozing his way to make it 20-17 with 6 minutes, 8 seconds remaining.
That's probably where Fatima can draw fouls from the UP defenses in the post with Toure. They're going to have to find a way to defend him and not allow him to get an angle to seal and then catch the ball.
Toure has the height and half advantage against Gani Stevens. Labayen now orchestrating. Thinking 3 there. Kobe Davis gives it to Romero. Back to Davis. One-hander floater. It's not good, but he'll be fouled upstairs.
I just got to say, Coach Chris, I love the energy that both coaching staffs are approaching this game. For them, you can tell it's not just a preseason game. They're trying to round themselves also into season shape with regards to how they're instructing, how they're giving feedback, and how they're encouraging and giving energy to their teams in order to play well.
And the way Coach Goldwyn Monteverde is coaching is as if it's a major tournament game for them.
Well, you know, I think it's a matter of respecting the game and respecting your opponent. You never want to go into a situation thinking that game's in hand even before the game started.
Good find there for Chico Briones. No good on that shot by Mark Belmonte. Romero. But stripped by Felisilda. Gives it to Mark Belmonte, but Toure was there. And he says, no way.
Well, I think Toure is a human eraser. Errant ball handling mistake here on the end of on the part of Fatima. They were so lucky that Toure was waiting there in the paint to block that shot.
Sure, at the right place at the right time. 5 minutes, 25 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. UP up by 120 to 19. 10 seconds to shoot here. Fade away is good for Harold Alarcon to make it 22 to 19 for UP.
Fatima is playing it smart defensively. They're hedging their bets, and they're making sure that Torre stays in the paint and is not getting drawn out into the perimeter to guard in space.
Torre overcooks that one inside. Mark Belmonte doing his thing inside. Felicilda using the outer screen. Cross-court pass for a three-pointer, no good. Gomez now gives it to Davis. Give and go. Davis to Gomez, short on that layup. 4 minutes, 28 seconds remaining. That was a good find. Anything but the basket, Coach.
I just think he needs a little bit more leg and extend his body so he can make that layup. But you know, if you have defenders like Alter in the game who might block, you hear those footsteps. It might be, you know, you might need that 1 second of focus that you need in order to make that shot.
Good defense there by UP, bothering that Gomez layup. Now they retain possession. 4 minutes, 14 seconds remaining. So far, so good. I talked to one of the assistant coaches of Fatima, Coach Mario Gotera, and he was looking at the coaching staff of UP, and he saw the complete staff bannered by the head coach himself, Coach Goldwyn. And he said, subok lang naman kami. We'll try. I told him, the ball is round. You play your game. Everyone has chances.
Well, you know, the best thing about basketball is there's multiple ways to be successful. You know, there's multiple ways to play. Whether you have size, whether you have speed, you have basketball IQ, you have a staff of 10, you have a staff of 1. The most important thing is the synergy and the connection that a coach has with his team. If you're able to have that synergy, then you can be successful in any circumstance.
Ture too strong on that hook shot. Ball back to the hands of UP. Belmonte thinking three. Gives that pass inside, but it was stolen by Fatima. 3 minutes, 40 seconds remaining. De La Cruz gives it to Kobe Davis. Mamutsure cutting in the lane, but he will be fouled by Sean Alter on his way to the basket.
Fatima has done a great job, especially when the ball is penetrated into the middle of the floor by a ball handler. They've been really stiffing out the dump down passes and not allowing UP to find an open guy for a layup.
And we will have a timeout called by Coach Goldwyn Monteverde. They're up 23 to 19, 3 minutes, 34 seconds remaining in the second quarter. We'll be back. And we are back in action here at the Enderun College's gym. UP Fighting Maroons won yesterday against the San Sebastian Stags 92 to 69. They lured it over. Sean Turcolas was awarded as the best player of the ball game. 14 points, 12 rebounds, and 2 steals, and he was ably helped by Francis Lopez, who scored 16 points, 7 out of 11 field goals, and 2 assists. And what's good here with UP is they have the luxury of switching players. And the players who played yesterday are resting, and the players who rested yesterday are now playing in this ball game.
It is a entirely different and new lineup. I mean, this is great because of the amount of games that these teams play. You can have mixed match lineups and you can get guys rest, but can still see them play in game situations, which is what these guys need.
Traveling violation being assessed here against Ray Mogat with that Pinoy step attempt. You saw us yesterday in our coverage of that NU-FEU game for the kids to look back and go back to the basics, Coach.
Well, you know, I think in that situation, he probably didn't expect the defense to close in on him for that layup, and that's what caused the extra step and the travel.
Kobe Davis draining that mid-range jumper to inch their way back closer here. 1-point game, still UP up 23-22, 2 minutes 54 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
These guys are working and playing so hard, Coach Chris.
Belmonte finally sank that three-point shot. His fourth three-point attempt. 104 from way beyond for Belmonte.
Maybe this will give him some confidence and loosen him up a little bit for him to continue making those shots.
Play has been stopped here as Ray Mogat is splattered on the floor. He's favoring his left shoulder. Medical staff here.
You know, sometimes, Coach, especially in situations where you have blind ball screens, it's so important for teams to communicate when the screens are happening. You just have to wonder whether or not Ramogat knew that there was a screen taking place, and he got caught unaware, and that's what caused him to get hurt in that play. You can tell he's trying to shake it off. It probably still stings a little bit.
With advancement of technology here, I think Remogat will just brush it off. Mark Belmonte, mid-range jumper. Too strong. Kobe Davis skying high for that rebound. Starting the break for Fatima. Off to Toure inside, but that will be called as goal sending.
You know, in the States, Coach Chris, what Belmonte is doing, we call that shot hunting. You know, he's getting the ball and he's hunting for any shot he can get. The next part of his maturation as a player is to be able to shot hunt while making good plays for his teammates.
Go hunt your shot, but more or less do it in your place, in your position. As Felicilda lines up for a three, there will be a foul inside. And I think it will go against number 19, Denzel Gomez of Fatima.
It looks like the UP-centric crowd is taking offense to the physicality of this game. You know, that's the great thing about basketball in the Philippines. The crowd can give you so much energy and can make the experience fun and exciting and exhilarating.
Also, we have a fair share of Our Lady of Fatima fans here. Answering back to the UP fans, giving color here in our venue. Nice size crowd here as we hit the 1.5 minute mark of the first half. De La Cruz against Noy Remogat. Ture downstairs, turning around, but he will be fouled. He was flanked by two black shirts inside.
So UP, when they get to halftime, they'll have to figure out what they want to do. So, like, can they handle the one-on-one matchup with Torre? Or, because Torre hasn't really pass the ball out once he got the ball in the post. Can they double Torre and make him sit the ball out? So that way he doesn't get a shot at the basket.
Traveling violation here against Charles De La Cruz. Ball will go back to the hands of UP. Mark Belmonte checking out. 3-point lead for UP. 1 minute, 8 seconds remaining. Felicilda against Charles De La Cruz, orchestrating the offense for the UP Fighting Maroons. Mark Eniguez will be fouled by a shorter Kobe Davis. They are in the penalty, which means Mark Eniguez will trip the line for 2 free throws.
You can tell that Eniguez was well coached in terms of how to create separation and create a passing lane in order to catch that ball. Because he's sealed on the high side and he gave a target hand, he was able to meet the ball. The defense had no choice but to try to go through him, hence the foul.
Realized that he had a shorter defender, which is why the seal was very effective on that play.
Well, you know, we talk a lot as coaches to our players about doing your work early. You don't want to create a seal as the ball's coming to you. You want to create the seal before the ball is even thought to be passed to you. That way you're giving your teammate options about how to make the play happen.
Miguel Eniguez sinking his first free throw to make it 28-24. Still UP up. 1 minute remaining in the second quarter. He makes good on both charities. Fatima now looking to respond as Kevin Loyola now checks in for Coach Ralph Rivera. De La Cruz against Noy Remogat. Loyola lines up for a 3, no good, but Texon was there for a cleanup job to make it 26-29. Still UP up. Last 36 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Remogat, floater, too strong. 27 seconds.
It was a nice adjustment by UP to go to a zone because they can do a better job of covering the interior. Fatima hasn't really done damage from the perimeter in terms of perimeter shooting, so it's a good strategy change by Coach Gold and his staff.
Lucky break here for Fatima. Texon was fouled on making that jump shot. UP was protesting that it was a traveling violation, but Texon will earn his 2 points from the line in an attempt to inch their way back closer. Makes good in his first. 27-29 UP. 11.2 seconds remaining. Second free throw is good for Charles Texon. 9 seconds remaining. Felicilda creating for UP, but he's buttered by De La Cruz. And that was a foul. And Felicilda will troop the line for 2 free throws to close this quarter, to add on this lead, which stands at 1 point.
Well, you know, De La Cruz is riding the hip of Felicilda, and at that point, once the offensive player has you locked in, you're just not going to be able to get a good, clean contest at the shot. He might have been better off staying a little bit lower and then cutting him off and making Felicilda turn or change direction.
Felicilda makes good on the second free throw. 31-28, 0.6 seconds for Fatima. And it has been a close game between the Our Lady of Fatima University Phoenix against the University of the Philippines Fighting Maroons, who are up 31-28. As we reach the halftime break, we'll be back.
Managing a business becomes easier when you have the right set of tools for your business. And as the premier telecommunication company in the Philippines, you can rest assured that we can provide you with world-class and innovative tech solutions for your company. Because every business needs a strong connection, so you can get the service you need while focusing on what matters the most. Like acing that presentation with no lag with Eastern IDS, a dedicated business-grade internet tailor-fit with high speeds and zero lag. With a company-owned bandwidth, you can have a strong and private connection that can give your business that much needed boost.
That concludes my presentation. Thank you for listening.
Or to handle your processing, storage, and networking needs with Eastern Cloud, which has a customized cloud platform that's fully scalable and flexible without limits.
Oh, nasaan na yung files?
They're all in the cloud, sir.
Good job!
And by staying connected and protected with Eastern cybersecurity, which helps keep your business safe from online threats. So why spend time waiting when you can spend it on building and managing your business? Let's make business more personal and achieve success together with the connection that knows you best. After all, that's why we are madaling kausap, may malasakit, maalam at maaasahan. We are Eastern Communications.
By the Blazers. Don Lim. Again, and blocked by Don Lim.
Solid defense by Don Lim.
When we have a heart for service, our every move seeks to meet the needs of our clients. Our clients are happy when their needs are met. When they're happy, they're in a better position to make their own customers happy.
Being in the service industry myself, I can say that biggest isn't always better. It's the one that serves you best, the one that...
And we are at time, UP leading Fatima 31-28. And we have the assistant coach of the Our Lady of Fatima University Phoenix together with our CJ Ang. CJ.
Thank you, Chris. Mga kaliga, kasama ko ngayon ang assistant coach ng Our Lady of Fatima Phoenix, Coach Mario Gotera. Coach Mario, welcome to the Pinoy Liga Cup. Winning in the last game against Perpetual Help in the overtime was a big confidence booster for your squad. How big are these games for your program heading to the next NAASCO season?
This is a big test for our team to how we prepare for the next season. So yung practice namin every day, that's our preparation. And syempre dapat yung defense namin nagagawa namin dito.
Coach, not everyone knows na kayo po ang runner-up sa last season's NAASCO. Now going up against a perennial UAAP contender, the UP Fighting Maroons, what are the things your squad needs to continue for you to take the W in this game?
Yung preparation namin everyday, and then against UP, yung scouting namin, magagamit namin dito. And yung, syempre, matetest yung character ng team, buong team. And then individually, yung players namin, makikita namin kung ano yung weakness ng bawat isa and yung weakness ng team namin.
Coach, meron po ba kayong gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Of course, the Fatima University head, si Doc Vic Santos, our president, and the whole Fatima community. Maraming salamat sa support ninyo.
Thank you so much, Coach. Back to you, Chris.
Thank you very much, CJ Yang, with our friend Coach Mario Gotera. And Coach Russell, let's go over the numbers in the first half.
Well, you gotta love it. This is a tale of a one-possession game. Some of the things that sort of stand out for me when it comes to halftime stats. The reason why it's a one-possession game on the part of Our Lady of Fatima, they're shooting close to 50% from the field as opposed to UP shooting 33% from the field. You're looking at a situation where both teams have not caught fire from the three-point line yet. They've only made one three-pointer each, so the difference will be in this game moving forward, which team is going to be able to establish a perimeter shooting game to sort of stretch out the defense and take advantage of the outside-inside game. UP has been able to force 11 turnovers. They have 9 steals, and they've converted. They have looked the most dangerous when they're in transition. So that will be something they'll have to look for moving forward is how can they jumpstart their transition game? How can they get stops, contested shots without fouling, one shot and out, and then off to the races.
Those 11 turnovers are the X factor for which this is a tightly contested game. And we now open the third quarter. Coach Chris King de la Cruz here bringing the action together with Coach Russell Waipon. We take time to greet our partners, Kickstart Coffee, Amelie Hotel Manila, our official hotel partner, Eastern Communications, Happy Cow, Chocolate Chip Cookies, and at Antbox, 3-second violation called against Mamadou Toure.
They probably need to find him a second earlier. He got the ball too late in the clock, and it was hard for him to create a shot for himself.
Clock management problems there. Sean Altsar against Mamadou Toure, 10 seconds to shoot. Briones is fouled on the way to taking that three-point shot. As I've said last week, Chico Briones, son of a former professional player Loel Briones. Inside-outside threat here for UP.
You look at what he brings to the table. He's a willing shooter. He had his feet set, and the ball got to him, and he knew to put it up. Let's see if he can convert these last two to make it a worthwhile attempt at the basket.
Second free throw now for Chico Briones is good. That extension of bringing Mamadou Toure outside is a good gamble here for Chico Briones.
That could be a way to really take advantage of an opening in the defense, is try to find ways for Toure to have to play in space defensively.
5-point lead now for UP as De La Cruz lines up for a three, and it will be good for Charles De La Cruz to reduce this UP lead to just 2 points. 33 to 31, 8 minutes, 58 seconds remaining. Iniguez trying to answer back, but it was too strong, and there will be a foul.
That's 2 early fouls in this quarter for Toure. He needs to be on the floor in order for his team to have some success.
He's the anchor on that post, offensively and defensively for Fatima. Turnaround, Wade short. Toure jowls for the possession. No good. Mark Iniguez. 3-point shot is good for the big man to up this lead. 5 points, 36 to 31. 8.5 minutes remaining here in the third.
That's usually the best time to shoot a three-pointer is on offensive rebound. So they found Iniguez. He was ready to shoot. He put it up, and it went in.
Alarcon zigzags his way. Kicks it out to Felicilda. Alarcon. No good. Mark Iniguez with a putback. Or Sean Alzer with a putback to make it 38 to 31.
They're starting to extend this lead a little bit. Momentum is shifting to the Fighting Maroons side.
Fatima, 3-point shot, no good. UP off and running. Chico Briones waiting for the troops. Harold Alarcon kicks it out to Mark Iniguez, or Miguel Iniguez. Chico Briones steps back for a three. Too strong. Fatima now off the break, but Gomez will be fouled. Chico Briones with that foul against Gomez. Danzel Gomez, the starting shooting guard for Coach Ralph Rivera. So far, Fatima's only scored from that 3-point shot of Charles De La Cruz earlier. 38 to 31 still, UP. Charles De La Cruz kicks it out. Gomez in and out for that 3 points. Alarcon. He will be fouled mid-court by Charles De La Cruz.
I'm not sure what the intention was in terms of defending Alarcon coming down the floor. He was better off moving his feet and trying to make him turn instead of just standing there and getting a hip check.
What a block there by Mamadou Toure. Fatima off the breaks, 3-on-3. Charles De La Cruz thinking three. Kobe Davis. Mamadou Toure hopping and popping. Charles De La Cruz free on that left-handed layup to make it 33-38. Noy Remigot set to check back in. 6 minutes, 39 seconds remaining, third quarter.
That's better defense there, Coach. Moving your feet, sliding.
Kobe Davis losing that handle. Ball possession will go back to the hands of the Fighting Maroons. Skelter basketball in that last sequence, Coach.
You just got to love the helter-skelter action that's taking place right now. Both teams are amping up their energy level, their engagement and focus. This bodes well for the rest of the half in terms of getting some exciting basketball being played.
Gotta give props to Our Lady of Fatima for keeping themselves within striking distance as Ray Remogat makes it a 7-point lead, 40-33, with that layup inside, evading the defense of Mamadou Toure. 6 minutes, 5 seconds remaining. Charles De La Cruz Three-pointer from Gomez, way short. Remogat starting the break, pulls up, and he will get the shot. And Coach Ralph Rivera wants to talk things over. He will call a timeout. We'll be back after this break.
Here's a warm hello from Eastern Communications. We're here to present a refreshing point of view that when it comes to delivering business communication solutions, it's time to bring back the human connection because it's just as important as the technology. Eastern Communications is business made personal. It means getting intimate with our clients' needs so we can provide thoughtful solutions to help them achieve their goals. That's why we are madaling kausap, may malasakit. We are maalam at maaasahan. We are Eastern Communications.
UP Fighting Maroons starting to break away with this 9-point lead, 42-33, which forces Coach Ralph Rivera of Our Lady of Fatima University to call a timeout with 5 minutes, 52 seconds remaining. What has been UP doing so far that has been effective for them at this point?
Well, they've been able to get out and run, and they've been able to get in transition, triggered by their defense, and get easy shots. You look at the coaching strategy of reinserting Remogat back in the game. It's resulted in dividends for the UP Fighting Maroons in terms of just the energy, getting good shots, and increasing this lead.
UP too aggressive now on defense. Labayan, nowhere to go. 5 seconds to shoot. Fatima, lucky break for them. Foul is being called.
You know, interestingly enough, Coach Chris, it's so awesome that you're actually seeing real defense being played in the preseason. It's not just guys allowing their opponents to score without any resistance. These guys are really trying to stick to their game plan and make it hard for the offense to score.
This league is a good opportunity for them to test their offensive sequences for these teams also.
Well, the only way you can figure out whether or not what you're doing is working is that you're playing against a team that's going to compete against you. So this is all good stuff.
Texon momentarily free. Ture providing that hard screen. Labayan push off that shot. Labayan, former champion, the National Basketball League, taking charge in that offensive sequence, getting fouled on that shot. Still 42-33, a 9-point lead here by UP Fighting Maroons.
It's interesting that Our Lady of Fatima has opted now to get into a horn set and use ball screens to free up their ball handler, hoping that if the ball handler is able to get into the paint, it collapses the defense to get open shots. They want to make sure, I think, that their best ball handlers, like number 5, have the ball in their hands and are able to make the decisions in terms of playmaking and shot making.
UP getting their hands full here. It's Fatima stealing that ball. Ace Tiamson with that heist. Labaya now signaling the play. Texon finds a brother there. 10 seconds to operate. Tiamson flanked by 2 black shirts. Sean Alter will probably commit a foul here. Third personal foul for Sean Alter, which means Gani Stevens will replace him on the floor.
Again, Labayan has made an impact off of the ball screen, forcing the defense to fight over the screen, and then he races up for a pull-up jumper, and they have no choice but to foul him on the contest.
Edward Labayan, built differently, not intimidated by any UP player defending against him.
No, not at all. He's making some good decisions. He's has complete control of the Fatima offense right now.
Except for that one, as he misses that first free throw attempt. 4 minutes, 38 seconds remaining. Edward Labayan calmly sinks the second. 42-36 UP. Chico Briones thinking about that three-point shot. Felisilda cross court to Alarcon, who drives in the middle. No good.
Shot.
Charles Texon skying high for that rebound. Edward Labayan dumps it to Ture, but it was telegraphed by Gary Stevens. Chico Briones gives it up to Felisilda with that layup in the middle to make it 44-36. 4 minutes, 5 seconds remaining in the third.
That's when UP's at their best, when they can get out and run. Their high-power offense has stalled a little bit, so the more they can get stops, the better they're going to be on the offensive end.
Andre Romero challenging the bigs of UP in that baseline drive, converting, making it 44-38. Chico Briones looking to answer, no good. Texan runs, kicks it out. Corner three, way too short. 2-on-1 break. Alarcon finishes for UP to make it 46-38. Texon, Fatima trying to answer back. Edward Labayan using that Ture screen. Andre Romero dumps it to Ture inside. Ture against Gani Stevens. Ture, good defense there by Gani Stevens.
And now they're off to the races.
Gani Stevens wasn't ready to receive that pass. Turnover, Fatima. Ball possession retained by UPS. Andy Gamal checks back in the third quarter.
UP will have to find better success in terms of recognizing what they have on the floor and taking advantage of it. Sometimes, a tough shot is a turnover and can create, swings in the game that go against you. So let's see what UP is able to do in the half court.
Let's see what the ruling of our referees. Play continues here. UP has possession. 2 minutes, 59 seconds remaining. Almost an inbound violation there. Chico Briones steps back for a three. Short. Rebound battle. Fatima, possession.
You have to wonder whether or not that's the shot they really wanted it in that off of that inbound.
Time was running out in that possession. They have to rush that shot. Chico Briones forced to take that tough jumper. Edward Labayan signals the play for Fatima. Again, that Ture screen. Ture. Romero finds his way for the three-point shot to make it a 5-point game, 46-41. 2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Still UP ahead. Andy Gemao drives right. Kicks it out to Chico Briones. Corner three. Too strong. There will be a foul.
Fatima made UP pay on that last offensive possession. They used the ball screen, collapsed the defense, and the shooter rewarded his team by making that three-point shot to bring him within 5 points.
Third personal foul now for Mamadou Ture. Bad news for Coach Ralph Rivera. Sidestep move by Chico Briones. It's good. And UP is up now by 7 points, 48-41 with 2 minutes, 5 seconds remaining in the third. Edward Labayan. Texon, corner three, too strong. There was a foul inside on that rebound play. Penalty for both teams, which means Mamadou Toure will trip the line for 2 free throws.
Well, it's a battle underneath. You know, aside from just the transition defense, it's really who's able to patrol and to win the battle in the painted area. That's the team that's going to prevail in this third and fourth quarter.
What a good adjustment that Coach Goldwyn Monteverde made this third quarter is to limit the touches of Mamadou Toure inside, which has been too effective for them.
Right. You know, I think they're playing the numbers game and hoping that Fatima will shoot themselves out of the game by taking all those threes and not allowing Toure to wreak havoc in the post.
Felicilda using that Gani Stevens screen, but pass too high for Chico Briones to catch inside. Good cut though by Chico Briones inside.
Oh yeah, you just gotta love the fact that as soon as Felicilda threw that pass, he knew he made a mistake and he looked directly at his head coach and apologized.
That cut by Chico Briones, but was half-baked actually.
Yes, for sure.
Toure handing off, faking that handoff. Gives it to Edward Labayen against Alarcon. Goes to his left. Labayen kicks it out to Romero. Short on that three. UP now running. Andy Gemao against Mamadou Toure. Texon on the switch. Chico Briones gives it to Harold Alarcon. Takes that mid-range jumper off the glass. Is good for Harold Alarcon. 58 seconds remaining, 50-41. Still UP up by 9 points against Fatima. Miscommunication there. Edward Labayen and Andre Romero. Turnover for Fatima.
Labayen is beside himself throwing that pass, thinking his teammate was going to pop out to the wing and catch. But sometimes that happens in a game of this kind of pressure.
Chico Briones caught warding off his defender of that offensive foul. 41.9 seconds remaining in the third. UP still up 9 points, 50-41 against this gritty, fighting Our Lady of Fatima University Phoenix squad. Romero against the taller Chico Briones. Texan against Felicilda.
Tough angle to throw that pass. It was going to be hard for Toure to catch it and do anything with the pass in terms of getting a shot off.
Last 18 seconds. UP looking for the last shot here for the third quarter. 12 seconds. Alarcon goes to his left. Met by Toure. And good defense there. He met a stone wall in the person of Toure inside.
I don't think Alarcon had a exit strategy for that play if he wasn't going to be able to get by and draw a foul on Torres. So good job by Fatima to be able to stay solid and get the turnover.
Our Lady of Fatima Phoenix have a chance to close this quarter with a bang. Edward Labayen, 5 seconds remaining. Will he create? 2 seconds. Labayen, nowhere to go. And they will run out of time. And at the end of the third quarter, still UP up 50-41. Starting to be an exciting ball game here between these two teams. We will be back for the payoff period. 10 minutes left to settle this game in the PINOYLIGA Collegiate Cup between the UP Fighting Maroons and Our Lady Fatima Phoenix. They trailed against the Fighting Maroons 50-41. Coach, what has been effective for UP to lead at this point in this game?
Being able to get out and transition, that's been the difference for them. That's how they've been able to establish a rhythm and to extend this lead. Anytime it's been a half-court situation, they've struggled to really get a great shot. So well, it remains to be seen if UP can continue to get stops and get out and run.
They also make a good job of taking the ball away from the hands of Mamadou Toure inside, not taking the easy baskets unlike in the first half. They've been forcing Fatima.
Well, you're looking at a situation in the game now that if Fatima can make this a 5-on-5 possession game, they can play even with UP. It's reflected in that turnover right there. But if it becomes a running game, definitely UP has the advantage.
Kobe Davis back inside now for Fatima. Edward Labayan driving left, pulls up, gets the basket. 7-point lead still by UP, 50-43. 9 minutes, 22 seconds remaining. Felicilda, Miguel Eniguez, 3-point shot, too strong. Toure making it possible for Gomez to regain possession. Kobe Davis turns around, no good. UP now off the break. Alarcon kicks it out. Felicilda would want to make sure to wait for his teammates. Alarcon steps on the left side of the court, no good. Rebound battle won here by Fatima. They will regain possession. 8 minutes, 44 seconds remaining in the fourth.
They were able to get out and run, but they pulled it back out to try to find a good shot. But you know, at this point in the game, gotta go with what's been working for you.
Labayan, high in the sky play attempt there, no good. 3-point shot for Fatima, in and out. Alarcon skies high for that rebound. Gives it to Gemao on the left. Danny Stevens, left-handed layup for the hoop, and the harm will be good. 52-43 now for UP. Danny Stevens too strong in that move, Coach.
Well, great job by UP to stay patient and wait for the long closeout. Now Fatima has to chase the ball. They got a good drive and found Stevens down low for the easy bucket.
Danny Stevens missing that bonus free throw. Lead is 9 points, 52-43. 8 minutes remaining in the payoff period. Charles De La Cruz against Iniguez. But he will be fouled inside as he challenged the phalanx of defenders in the shaded area for Fatima.
I had a hard time trying to guess where he was trying to go, Coach Chris. He got bailed out on that foul.
Lucky break here for Fatima. 10 seconds for them to operate. Kobe Davis short on that undergoal stab. Alarcon secures the letter. Andy Gemao gives it to Ray Remogat. Two of the prize recruits of the Diliman Bay squad. Remogat step back. 3. Too strong. Charles De La Cruz now off to the races. Looking to Mamadou Toure. Back to Charles De La Cruz. Good two-man game from Mamadou Toure and Charles De La Cruz.
The patience that UP had the possession before was lacking in the possession, which resulted in that jacked up quick three off of the ball screen. So let's see if they can get patient and find a good shot.
Alarcon, no good on that outside shot. Gotta credit here the fight being brought here by the Our Lady of Fatima Phoenix. This is only a 7-point lead with 6 minutes 55 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Staff here making sure that players are safe. We're back in action. Ray Remogat gives it to Sean Alter. Andy Gamao secures the letter. Andy Gamao goes to his left. 3-point shot, no good for Andy Gamao, but Kobe Davis skying high for that rebound, and that foul is there a foul there? I think there's no foul. Sean Alter, fourth personal foul for the big guy. 6 minutes 38 seconds. Charles De La Cruz being forced to commit a turnover, and Coach Goldwyn Monteverde wants to make sure of his moves. He will call a timeout. 52-45 is our score. UP still up against Fatima. We'll be right back.
Here's a warm hello from Eastern Communications. We're here to present a refreshing point of view that when it comes to delivering business communication solutions, it's time to bring back the human connection because it's just as important as the technology. Eastern Communications is business made personal. It means getting intimate with our clients' needs so we can provide thoughtful solutions to help them achieve their goals. That's why we are madaling kausap, may malasakit. We are maalam at maaasahan. We are Eastern Communications.
Previous game of Our Lady of Fatima Phoenix went to overtime. They won over the University of Perpetual Help Alta 75-72 last April 7. Scobie Davis, who starred in that game, scored 17 points with 3 assists and 3 steals, and Kevin Loyola hasn't been a factor here.
You just gotta love their effort, Coach Chris. I mean, they're really exerting a lot of energy trying to defend this size and skill of UP. They're not letting anything go at this point.
Andy Gamao against Charles De La Cruz. 6 minutes 20 seconds remaining. Remogat against Loyola. 5 seconds to shoot. Andy Gamao. Top shot. No good. Mamawe Tsue with a rebound. Charles De La Cruz signaling play number 4. Kobe Davis gives back to Tsure. Davis inside. Good seal. And Remogat will be called on that foul.
You can see that Fatima is really scrambling all over the floor to cover all the actions that UP is employing on their offensive end. And they're on offense trying to exploit the middle of the floor. Let's see if they can continue to do that and get a good shot.
Loyola inside to Davis spinning, and he will find his way to score to reduce the lead of UP 52-47 with 5 minutes 44 seconds remaining. Chico Brayona set to come back in for UP. Felicilda, hesitation move, short on that running jumper. Charles De La Cruz, but Remogat was there. Fatima regains possession as Gomez with a high penalty situation for UP. Good conscious move there by Mamauro Tsure, signaling to his teammates that UP is now in the penalty.
Well, it's frenetic action. It's guys wanting to make sure that they're able to get the stops they need in order to get offensive possessions. You're looking at a situation now where you look at the penalty situation, it definitely plays in the favor of Our Lady of Fatima. They're going to be shooting free throws on every foul for the remaining 5 minutes and 24 seconds of this game. And they only have one foul that they've committed. We'll have to see whether or not Our Lady of Fatima can take advantage of that edge they have in the foul situation and see if they can climb back in this game.
And I guess that's Ray Remo got splattered on the floor, seemingly injured. He has been favoring that left shoulder earlier in one sequence in the first half. Our medical staff attending to him now together with the medical staff of the UP Fighting Maroons. And got a credit here, Our Lady Fatima University of Phoenix, for still bringing the fight. 5 minutes, we're halfway through the last quarter, and they're still within striking distance.
Definitely. This, there's definitely a possibility of another swing happening in the game, another run being made. With all the energy and effort that's being exerted, sometimes you're going to have these bang-bang plays, in tight spaces. Both guys probably involved in that situation had a full head of steam running, and unfortunately, Ray Remo got the harder end of the collision,
which is why he's now being taken up. And look at the brotherhood here being shown by the UP players, looking out for their younger brother Ray Remogat as he tries to get up on his feet.
One of the things that you notice with teams that are very close in terms of their community and culture is when a guy goes down, your teammates rush to you to help you back up. And that's something that I've noticed throughout this entire game with UP. Anytime a guy hits the ground, there's at least 2 or 3, even 4 guys rushing and sprinting to that person, to that teammate, to help him back on his feet. So it speaks well to what they have built there over in Katipunan.
See the culture that they have, even the players who are not playing today. JD Cagulangan, Seven Gagade, Francis Lopez on sweet clothes, checking out their younger brother there, cheering him up. He was probably favoring still that injured left shoulder earlier. As we see here, Mamadou Tsure on the line for 2 free throws, trying to reduce this UP lead. Too strong on that try. One Waterloo that this Mamadou Tsure should work on is his free throw shooting.
Well, bigs tend to get fouled quite a bit, so they really do need to be efficient at the line.
And we have on our screen in the house is Malik Diouf, the former foreign student athlete of UP, in the house watching the action here as Gani Stevens making the damage inside to make it 54-47 with 5 minutes remaining here in the period. De La Cruz back to Ture. Kevin Loyola uses that Ture screen. And he lines up for a 3 to make it a 4-point game. This team just won't die, Coach. They are bringing the fight against this UP squad.
Yes, they are. Big players making big shots. Loyola may not have been a factor early in the game, but he's making his presence felt now.
Mamadou Ture gives it to Kevin Loyola. Almost loses that handle. Denzel Gomez gives it to Mamadou Ture. Gani Stevens bothering that shot or that pass. Mamadou Ture livid as Kevin Loyola wasn't listening to his instructions. Play resumes. De La Cruz kicks it out to Gomez. Fades away. No good. UP now with a possession. Alarcon against Kevin Loyola. Miguel Iniguez back to Chico Briones. against a smaller Gomez. Back to Harold Alarcon. 10 seconds to shoot now. Gani Stevens providing that screen, but Mamadou Toure was there. Alarcon slices through the defense, but he will go to the free throw line as he was fouled on that way to making that layup.
Well, he split the screen, seeing a small glimmer of daylight, and resulting in 2 free throws. Interestingly enough, Coach, we haven't seen Labayan in the game yet, so knowing that he has veteran experience, the question is whether or not we'll see him in this final 3 minutes and 40 seconds.
Let's see if Labayan, who has been the star here for Our Lady of Fatima in this game, will come back. Mark Belmonte checks back in. He's been one of the more effective players for UP in this game. 6-point lead still by UP. 3 minutes, 33 seconds left. Charles De La Cruz gives it to Kevin Loyola against Chico Briones. Gomez lines up for 3 points, and it is good to make Fatima closer by 3, 56-53. We have a ball game here at the ENDERUN College's gym. UP against Our Lady of Fatima. Alarcon pulls up from mid-range. No good. Gomez skies high for the rebound. Cross court to Kobe Davis. Mid-range is good. Fatima knocking on the door. They're only trailing by 1 point, 56-55, with 2 minutes 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Mark Belmonte gives it to Harold Alarcon. Alarcon, one-handed jumper. Chico Briones, clean-up job. No good. And he will earn his points behind the free throw line as he was fouled on the way to that shot.
Great action. Great, great pace to this last part of the game. The teams aren't content just to walk the ball up the floor and eat clock. They're actually trying to push and try to find an advantage offensively. You can't really ask for anything more as a basketball fan, other than what these two teams are bringing to the table in this last quarter.
Chico Briones calmly sinking in that first free throw to make it a 2-point game, 57-55 with 2 minutes 38 seconds remaining. Second free throw is good, 3-point lead, 58-55 for UP Fatima University. Let's see what they will do to answer back. Kevin Loyola, Kobe Davis against Mark Belmonte. Charles De La Cruz on that switch against a bigger Mark Belmonte. De La Cruz, corner 3 to Gomez, too strong. Davis put back, no good. UP ball.
Gotta love the effort. Gotta love the effort on that play. The ball was moving quite a bit. Surprisingly enough, I would have anticipated that Fatima would have gone to their double ball screen action to try to find a seam for the ball handler to get inside the middle of the floor to get a good shot. They moved the ball in their motion, still able to find that corner 3, but
that corner 3 would have brought the house down for Fatima.
Yes, that would have been had the crowd erupting in either elation or frustration.
Referees confirming it's UP ball. 2 minutes 11 seconds remaining in this tightly contested match. UP up 3 points, 58-55 against this gritty and fighting Our Lady of Fatima University Phoenix. Mark Belmonte gives it to Felicilda against Charles De La Cruz. Mark Belmonte against Davis. As we enter the last 2 minutes of this ball game, foul away from the ball. Charles De La Cruz That will be their 4th team foul. One foul away for them to enter the penalty situation.
Cooler heads needed to prevail at that point because I think the defense was doing a great job. It was a matter of Gani Stevens and Torre sort of like playing, playing handshakes there, which resulted in the foul.
Foul on Mamadou Tsure. Number 9, Kobe Davis called for the technical foul. Definitely a momentum buster here for Fatima. Tough break as UP scores without the clock running.
It's a 4-point margin now with them still maintaining possession of the ball. Can Fatima regroup and get a stop and see if they can get a good shot in rhythm on the other end?
14 seconds now for UP to create in this offensive sequence. 10 seconds. Alarcon being hounded by Gomez. Filisilda, 5 seconds against Gomez. Pulls up from way beyond. Too strong. Mamadou Tsure protects that letter. Charles De La Cruz creating. 1 minute 36 seconds remaining in the 4th. Kevin Loyola pulls up. One-hander is good. 59-57, 2-point game now. UP still up. Under 1.5 minutes remaining. Mark Belmonte against Kobe Davis. Carlos De La Cruz bothering him. Filisilda. De La Cruz switching. Mark Belmonte kicks it out. Chico Briones, 3-point shot in and out. Charles De La Cruz secures the rebound for Fatima. 1 minute 5 seconds remaining. Gomez, 3-point shot in and out. Rebound UP. 58 seconds remaining. Could UP hang on to this 2-point lead? 51 seconds remaining. Harold Alarcon asking for a screen from Gani Stevens. 10 seconds to shoot. Alarcon floater is good. And we have a timeout for Our Lady of Fatima Phoenix. They trail 61-57, 36.8 seconds remaining. Coach Russell, what could Fatima do at this point to be able to at least go within UP?
Well, you're looking at the stats in the game, and you look at the game situation. Both teams are in the penalty. So do you opt to defend without fouling, or do you put UP on the line at this point to see if they can miss free throws? You have to really credit Alarcon and his experience. He stayed patient and didn't force a bad shot. He waited for the screen to be set. He probed, and the defense opened up for him, and that's why he was able to attack and get a good look at a layup. So now it'll be up to Fatima if they're going to go back to their ball screen action, or if they're going to try to get that elevator screen for a 3-point shot to be made.
And I think that's what set apart UP at this point, the maturity factor of the likes of Harold Alarcon in this kinds of situation, which is why they are in the lead with 4 points, quite comfortable at this point with 36.8 remaining.
You look at Alarcon, he's been struggling a little bit in terms of this game, getting going offensively, but when it really mattered, he made a shot that extended the lead.
De La Cruz going inside, but he loses the handle as UP regains possession. Harold Alarcon, 24 seconds remaining. There will be a foul. Penalty situation now for Our Lady of Fatima. Coach Ralph Rivera livid in that sequence. Charles De La Cruz will go out on this game with that 5th personal foul, as Harold Alarcon would have the chance to ice this ball game up with his 2 free throws.
Credit UP for getting the stop they needed. They were able to stay good on the ball handler and make him tight, walk that tightrope on the baseline, which resulted in a turnover. So great job by UP to get the stop they needed.
Coach Ralph Rivera will call his final timeout. They trail 63 to 57, 23.3 seconds remaining in the 4th. Coach Russell, if you are Coach Ralph, what would you do more or less to keep it close?
Well, you need to score quickly for sure. Need to score quickly. Maybe you get UP to foul you on a layup or some kind of jump shot that stops the clock. At that point, since you're in the penalty, once you've made your shots, whether it's a free throw or a bucket, you're going to have to foul. You're going to have to put UP on the line. You got to hope that they miss and you secure the rebound, get back up the floor in transition, and get the best shot possible. You're probably not going to have a look at the 3 or need it until the end of the game if you've done your job these next 23 seconds.
Let's see if what Fatima will do. Would it be a quick 2 or a 3-point attempt? 63 to 57 is our count now. UP looking good to take home this tightly contested match against Our Lady of Fatima Phoenix. Gomez inbounding the ball for Fatima. 14 seconds to work on their shot. Labayan checks back in. 20 seconds remaining. Labayan loses that handle. Good defense there by UP, and I think that would be it.
Another timely stop by UP, but great ball pressure on Labayan. He had nowhere to go.
That stop put the nail on the coffin for Our Lady of Fatima. 13 seconds to go. No foul being given here against Felicilda, and Labayan will foul there, which will send Felicilda behind the 15-foot line to further ice this ball game for UP to take home this win. Their back-to-back wins on this particular weekend. Yesterday, they trashed the San Sebastian Stags in the blowout, but today, they're really forced to fight against this gritty, fighting Our Lady of Fatima Phoenix. Gotta get the props on this squad. Kobe Davis, De La Cruz brought in the fight here. It was not an easy win for UP. We had a treat here for this Sunday. Close game. That's the beauty of this game. Even playing field, we have a nice game for the fans.
Well, as a competitor, you wouldn't want it any different than that. You want each team bringing their best to the floor. You want the coaches to be completely engaged. You want the players to be exerting maximum effort, giving multiple efforts. So, win or loss, this is a great experience in terms of game experience for both teams, and this will be a learning and a teachable moment for both teams in terms of what they need to do in order to improve, what they've been able to do in order to be successful. You got to applaud the effort of Our Lady of Fatima, and you got to applaud the resolve of UP to get the stops they needed in order to lock down this game. Again, another great weekend. Weekend number 2 of basketball. I can only wonder what's going to happen on Thursday, this upcoming Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Let's wait for the singing of the respective school hymns of the two schools.
Onwards we march united, in search for what is true. Guided by Our Lady of Fatima, obstacles we push aside, hardships we overcome, but feet can carry us only so much. And so it will have to be our mind that will carry us to the far horizon, when earth can meet with the sky and our spirit can reach for the stars. Oh, Fatima, keep us strong and free. Glory, honor, pride, we bring them back to thee. Oh, Fatima, keep us strong and free. Glory, honor, pride, we bring them back to thee.
Our handbox player of the game finishes with 14 points. Knocking down 2 assists and 3 steals from the UP Fighting Maroons, Harold
Thank you. Hello, happy birthday.
Coach Tom, wait lang.
We have Harold Alarcon, our best player of the ball game. Complete performance for Harold Alarcon, 14 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 steals. And he made those baskets that really counted the most in the payoff period. Our CJ Ang awaiting Harold Alarcon for the post-game interview. UP going now 3-0 in this Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup unscathed. And Harold Alarcon, our best player of the ball game, is with our CJ Ang. CJ.
Thank you, Chris. Mga kaliga, kasama ko ngayon ang ating Atbox best player of the game with 14 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 steals. None other than Harold Alarcon of the UP Fighting Maroons. Harold, your first 2 games in the tournament were dominating wins. But in this game against the Our Lady of Fatima Phoenix, it was a different scenario. What did Coach Goldwyn tell you boys during the timeouts for you to take the win?
Sabi nga, parang mga ganitong games, china-challenge kami. Tulad nga, hindi din basta-basta yung Fatima, so yung challenge na sa amin, paano namin harapin. Kulang kami sa big man, parang naka-foul trouble kami. So, paano namin harapin yan? Kaya nag-isip kami ng paraan kung paano harapin.
Harold, with this win, you are now 3-0, but the other teams will use this game as a barometer. How will you prepare for those preparations moving forward?
Ano?
How will you prepare for those games in the future?
Dahil pa kaming kailangan i-improve offense and defense. So, kailangan namin mag-start sa practice. Yun nga, parang hindi okay yung pinakita namin past 3 games. Yun lang.
Harold, meron ka ba gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Sa UP community, thank you sa pag-support. Kahit sa mga pre-season lang, and sa family ko sa province, sa girlfriend ko.
Thank you so much, Harold, and congratulations. Back to you, Chris.
Thank you very much, CJ Ang, with Harold Alarcon, our best player of the ball game, scored 14 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 steals. And that would be it for our coverage for today. Earlier, Guangming College winning against LPU, and now for our second game, UP winning against Our Lady of Fatima University 65-57 on behalf of our hardworking men and women here at the Pinoy Liga Cup. my partner, Coach Russell Oipon, CJ Ang, our courtside reporter. Thank you very much for joining us. See you at the games, Pinoy Liga Cup #1.